In this mini lesson, we are going to be looking at what good readers of historical fiction do. So, as you are reading your historical fiction books this week, this should be your focus. Good readers of historical fiction pay close attention to the problems and historical conflicts that the character faces. Historical fiction is a unique genre because it allows us to go back in time and examine problems of society that are not currently going on, and to really look at how those problems like war, racism, how those affected people living in those time periods, and then also to reflect and look at our own time period and to get a little bit more insight into the times that we live in. So, as you're reading historical fiction, it's really important to pay close attention to those problems and historical conflicts that the character faces, the ones that are being caused by the time period that the character lives in. My book that I am reading is a historical fiction novel called The Water Dancer. And in my novel, I'm asking myself the question, what problems is the character facing that are a result of the time period that the character is living in? So in my novel, the character is a boy named Hiram. He is an African American slave who's living in pre Civil War Virginia. And a lot of his problems obviously are stemming from the fact that he is not free to live his life the way he sees fit because he is in that society looked at as another human being's property. His problem is complicated even further because his father is the owner of the plantation that he lives on. His father is his owner. And his father actually has him come up to the plantation house and has him be a servant to his own father and brother. So obviously, you can imagine that there's a lot of internal and external conflict that arises from being in a very difficult situation like that. And the situation is obviously being caused for him because of the time period that he is living in. So, as you read your historical fiction novels this week, I challenge you to take a look at the specific problems that are being caused because of the setting, because of the time period that the character is living in. And then you're going to be answering those on the historical fiction worksheet that you have for this week. So, remember, good readers pay close attention to the problems that are being caused because of the setting, especially in historical fiction. And I can't wait to look at the problems that your characters are facing and struggling with as you read your historical fiction books.